Every year, thousands of birds are slaughtered in Kaporos, an Orthodox Jewish festival held around the world where they rotate the birds above their heads and their children's heads, rabbis do, and then the birds are ritually sacrificed. Now in their own religious text, the Torah, they're allowed to use a coin. So this actually creates a minority within the minority of Orthodox Jews that actually do this. New York City has the most exposure for this because it's where it's a huge public health code violation. It's happening in the streets. And, well, I know a way to end this once and for all. No Kaporos 2020. In the city of New York, specifically the borough of Manhattan, there is a thing called a Ura. It's a Jewish wall. It's a religious boundary. It's a wire that runs along the entire island. In fact, let's go ahead and just jump to this piece by Business Insider that talks all about it.
The idea of creating holy space is really an idea that people generally appreciate today. One of the prohibited activities on the Sabbath is something called carrying. The rabbis realized the difficulty in enjoying the Sabbath if you weren't allowed to carry outside of the house. And therefore they created a construct in which the area in which the Jews lived was enclosed first by a wall or a fence, and then eventually by a symbolic wall or fence, which was created by setting up two poles and a string on the top of the two poles. And that imaginary wall served to religiously enclose the neighborhood and to allow Jews to carry within that neighborhood. What's amazing is that in 1970, there were under 10 Eruvs in all of North America. Now I would say there are over 200 Eruvs. Yes, there is an Eruv in Manhattan. The Eruv that began in 1999 as a small community Eruv on the Upper West Side is now the Eruv that encloses almost all of Manhattan from 126th Street all the way down to the southern tip of Manhattan. The rabbi goes early in the morning on Thursday to check the entire enclosure to make sure that the strings and the poles are all exactly where they need to be. And then he, at the end of that, identifies places that might need to be repaired. If there is a place that needs to be repaired, this rabbi meets the maintenance company first thing on Friday morning, and they repair the Eruv. The upkeep of the Eruv, the maintenance of the Eruv, the rabbi, costs a little over $100,000 a year. The Manhattan Eruv is the most expensive Eruv in the world. But I'm happy to report that our Eruv has never been down. Not after the Thanksgiving parade where some of the floats knocked down our Eruv strings, and not even after Hurricane Sandy. The Eruv has always been repaired and ready for service come Friday afternoon.
Now, as you can see, this is very important to them. And we need to attack this imaginary wall, this string, using tree trimmers, climbing up, cutting it, whatever it takes. We can do this. We can disassemble their wall by every Friday afternoon and take it down. They spend over $100,000 a year to maintain this. We can increase that cost exponentially. We can make it so that the minority within the minority of Orthodox Jews in New York City will take huge issue, not with us, but with those performing Kaporos, which many already do. There are plenty of rabbis that come out every year against Kaporos. So we need to hit them where it hurts, both the wallet and use their own religion against them. And that's exactly what I'm proposing. We do everything we can year-round to make sure every day on the Sabbath, by Friday afternoon, all through the weekend, that wire is destroyed and dismantled everywhere in Manhattan until they no longer have Kaporos. And that's it. That will end this. It will cause huge objections. It will cause fights. It will cause problems. But it'll be worth it. So no Kaporos 2020. Let's destroy their wall. Tear down their wall.